Welcome back to Drive-In Diaries. Today, we're diving into a fascinating chapter of drive-in history, exploring the innovative audio solutions pioneered by Fred Schwartz and others. Fred Schwartz, a visionary in the world of drive-ins, decided to sell his theaters in the 1970s to pursue a groundbreaking idea. He founded Cinema Radio, a company dedicated to revolutionizing drive-in sound systems. Transmitting a radio signal typically requires an FCC license, but Schwartz's ingenious system met specific low-power conditions, bypassing this requirement. Special coaxial cables were buried beneath the drive-in grounds. When cars parked over these cables, they picked up the audio signal on an AM frequency, ensuring the sound stayed within the perimeter of the drive-in and eliminating the need for external speakers and posts. By the 1970s, an estimated 97% of cars had AM radios, making this the perfect time for such an innovation. For those few who didn't have car radios, drive-in owners suggested using small transistor radios, which could be borrowed for a small deposit. Even if a patron forgot to return the radio, the deposit provided a small profit margin. There were concerns that running the car radio without the engine on would drain the battery. While this was a valid concern for older tube radios, Cinema Radio assured that modern solid-state radios consumed minimal power. In fact, a car radio could operate for up to 10 hours on less energy than it took to start the engine once. Schwartz also emphasized the cost savings. Installing the Cinema Radio system in a 1,000-car drive-in cost around $7,000, a stark contrast to the $24,000 needed for traditional speaker systems. Additionally, Cinema Radio charged a modest annual license fee of $1.25 per car space. With no speakers or posts to maintain, upkeep costs were nearly eliminated. Fred Schwartz, always the visionary, realized that his original plan to use coaxial cables was too costly. Teaming up with Kiichi Sekiguchi, who had successfully developed an audio system for a rooftop drive-in in Tokyo, together they embarked on a new journey. After months of research and experimentation, they discovered a more economical solution, utilizing the existing wiring infrastructure, known as field wiring. Their new system involved a transmitter that picked up the film soundtrack and sent it over the field wiring to the speaker posts. Instead of traditional speakers, a small antenna fastener was clipped to the car's antenna, allowing patrons to tune their car radios to the designated AM frequency. While other companies attempted to compete with Cinema Radio, most systems relied on expensive coaxial cables to deliver sound directly to car radios without physical connections. AM radio reception sometimes suffered from static interference caused by lightning, neon lights, and other sources. FM radio would have been a better choice due to its immunity to such interference and its ability to provide stereo sound. However, FM radios were not yet standard in most cars, and FCC regulations complicated matters further. Despite a few companies manufacturing FM-based systems, the FCC frequently intervened, ordering these systems to shut down due to long-range transmission issues. Ultimately, while radio sound systems offered improved audio quality and maintenance savings, they were more expensive to install than conventional in-car speaker systems. By 1982, Box Office magazine estimated that 20 to 30% of drive-ins were using some form of AM radio broadcasting for their sound systems. Just 3 years later, that number had skyrocketed to approximately 70%, showing the rapid adoption of this innovative technology. In the summer of 1989, the FCC implemented a ban on low-powered broadcasting for unlicensed applications. This decision allocated low-power AM wavelengths to new radio stations, sparking outrage among drive-in theaters and various other businesses relying on such systems. The battle to overturn this ban wasn't led by the drive-in theaters themselves, but by the manufacturers who supplied them with the necessary hardware. Organizations like NATO sent urgent letters to their members, highlighting the FCC's decision and its detrimental impact on broadcasting movie audio over AM radio. The California group acknowledged that the FCC's ruling would render a car's radio sound systems obsolete. Despite the dire consequences, the industry showed a curious apathy towards the proposal. Manufacturers like Padrinan and others realized that if the ban remained, it could spell the end for many drive-ins dependent on these systems. By 1989, the drive-in industry was already struggling, and this new regulation felt like the final nail in the coffin. The once vibrant drive-in culture seemed ready to fade away as previous attempts to revolutionize the experience had fallen short. However, the drive-in spirit wasn't entirely extinguished. In 1986, Shankweiler's Drive-In, America's oldest continuously operating drive-in, introduced FM stereo sound via FM broadcast. This marked a significant leap in audio quality, setting a new standard for drive-in theaters. In 1999, the Boulevard Drive-In became the world's first drive-in theater to install digital sound, broadcasting at 89.7 FM in Kansas City. Their commitment to high-quality audio has made their sound system superior to many indoor theaters, proving that innovation can thrive even in the face of adversity. Thanks to the perseverance and ingenuity of those dedicated to enhancing the drive-in experience, these theaters continue to offer exceptional audio quality. The drive-in culture lives on, evolving with the times while preserving its nostalgic charm. Thank you for joining us on this journey through time. If you enjoyed this episode, be sure to like, subscribe, and hit the bell icon for more nostalgic tales and fascinating insights into the world of drive-ins. Share your favorite drive-in memories in the comments below. We love hearing from our community. Until next time, keep your popcorn buttered, and we'll see you at the drive-in.